Nikki here, writing for Jesus. It's that time. All right, time for the chosen vacation vlog. So I wanted to just give a little intro, and then I will insert the clips, little pieces of the videos, and the pictures that I can share. I'm not allowed to show y'all like on set pictures because they don't want people giving away spoilers for season 5 and stuff like that, unfortunately, which I totally get it. So, guys, it was better than what I imagined. Like, it was better than a dream come true. Because I've dreamt that I've been on The Chosen, and me and my dad verbatim have said, like, I would pay money to be on The Chosen, like, to be on that show, like, it'd be awesome. Like, we just love to act, and it's our favorite show. And then we get this opportunity. So here is the vlog. Enjoy. Alright, so we are in the hotel, and the flight was really good, and we got to the hotel, and I'm wearing my chosen shirt, and one of the ladies was wearing the same exact shirt, and she's like, hey, I like your shirt, and then we started talking. So we've already met some of the extras who are going to be there tomorrow. So tomorrow at 6:15 a.m. we have to be on the site, so really excited. It's going really well. It's been super fun already. There's a Cracker Barrel right, like in walking distance, right by our hotel. So I was looking for a clock in here. I don't know what time it is. I'll have to check my phone. But yeah, and right now we're watching Star Trek. We'll go to sleep pretty soon and get up tomorrow and get ready. So it's going really well. Praise the Lord. Okay, we're they tell us to not get here early, so we're sitting here at a gas station. We're trying to kind of kill some time because it says we'll be there at 6:08 a.m. according to the GPS, and our call time is 6:15. So we're all ready to go, and yeah, we're super excited. So it's kind of cool here. We're not used to that, but it's cool mornings. So it's like, what, 45 degrees?
Something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, we're excited, and we're just kind of chilling here. So I'll check back in later. All right, wish us luck. I need a hug from Jesus.
Believe it or not, the weather for today is absolutely perfect.
Yes!
We're going to be shooting actually a scene from the first episode of season 5, and in the script, it actually calls for cloudy skies. Last week we had beautiful blue skies, and the production team was saying, well, we're going to have to add clouds after the fact, but God provided. So,
frequent flyers card, you know, like.
Cheaper the price of one. A BOGO.
Great job, Jesse.
Yes.
Can I take a picture of you?
Hey guys, check this out. Isn't that cool? I've never seen that before. Good night.
And so she texted me, she's like, we are in season episode 6. And we are in episode 7.
Y'all enjoying everything?
Oh my
Yes.
God, we're loving
There you
this.
So
go.
awesome.
So you make this yourself right here?
No, actually, I was asked to go to the prop.
Oh, very nice.
So they gave me. They gave you that. Okay, very cool.
I have to give it back.
Yeah. Okay, that's really good. You pull it off.
It's really cool. Is this your guys' first time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
Very
nice.
nice. Very nice.
We wanted to go to the. Was it the feeding of the 5,000?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Texas?
But
Yep.
we weren't able to go.
Okay, very nice. Very nice.
This time we took the time off of work. So
Okay.
Thanks so much for everything. Thank you everyone for having me since last year. You guys truly make our jobs worth doing. I mean, you guys add so much energy every single day that we're out here, and we cannot do it without you. We truly love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, as a big movie fan, I have been a part of a lot of different fandoms, and I've never experienced one quite like this. The support and passion that you guys pour into the show and support us in our own personal lives and other endeavors, it really means more than you know. So thank you so much for your support and for your passion, and we love you all. How can you follow that? Thank you so much. We are here because of all of you and your love and support, so we are so grateful. I hope you're having a wonderful time. We love you. We're so excited to be starting season 5. We can't wait for you all to see season 4 streaming, but if you're going to see it, well, the journey continues. So lots of love from me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you.
Look like you belong in this world, and working with you all yesterday, this enormous scene where there's some really high pressure moments. You guys are really wonderful actors too. You guys were focused and in the scene. It was just really lovely. So you guys like great. So thank you.
Oh my goodness. First off, I just want to say thank you to everybody who went in the back. As everybody else in the front, you're all really making this entire situation just so special. And seeing you being like all around us during last scene and the scenes to come, especially in such a heavy season for all of us, where things are getting very dramatic. You're right there with us, making these memories. So thank you so much. Who has to? Who has to? Everybody else has said it. I could.
Everybody has said it much better than I ever could. So, just again, for those that were here yesterday during the drizzle, the rain, thank you so much. We couldn't do this without you at every level, at every step of the way. Thank you for being here today. Anyone who's new today, you just make this all worth it. Thank you. God bless
Yay! Wasn't that awesome? So awesome. I had so much fun. It was such a good and amazing, unforgettable experience, and I had so much fun with my dad. We had like such a good time. There was never a moment, there was not a second on the trip where I was like, I'm bored, like so much standing around, like this isn't what I thought it would be. Like it was just so fun. Like it was just such an experience to be there and to meet people and see the cast. Like it was better than what I thought. So I thought that we were going to be filming and just walking around in the background and like, oh look, you know, there's Jonathan Rumi and there's Dallas Jenkins, like kind of over there, like 30 feet away, 20 feet away, like, you know, whatever. And like that would be cool. So Mitch, he was awesome. He was the assistant director and he was in charge of all of the extras, all the background actors. So we had different color groups, and so I was blue, me and my dad were blue, and they had green and then they had red. And sometimes it was all of us and sometimes it was separated. And so like, okay, green team, you're out, you know, go ahead. And then we would walk out to set. Me and my dad were like thrilled with the scene that we got, and I seriously, I think I am gonna be in it because I was like 6 feet away from Jesus, from Jonathan Rumi. So he's here, like standing here, and then I'm like here, like in the crowd, front row. That was amazing. And then Mitch was like, okay, I'm gonna pick about 100 of y'all, just randomly pick, and we're gonna do a special scene over here. Everybody else is going to be background, going to be walking around in the back. So I was like, oh, I hope I get picked. And so I'm just standing there, I'm kind of hugging Dad's arm, and he's like, okay, sir, he's like, can you come with me? And then he's like, oh, are you with him? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay, well, you too, come on. So he kept us together. And then another guy was like, here, ma'am, can you come over here? Right here. And I was like, okay. So Dad's over here, like on the side. So he was really close to Jesus as well, but he was a little bit more on the outside. First, when we walked in, like we got picked and we were gonna walk up, we see Dallas, and he has like this little fist bump plastic thing on his finger, and he's like fist bumping everybody. And I'm like, it's Dallas, like it's Dallas Jenkins, like so cool. So we walk up and I'm like, hi Dallas, and he's like, hey, how's it going, guys? And so he like fist bumps us. And then we get in position, and so I'm just standing there, and it was cold. It was like 45 degrees. Once you start acting, like once they say action, like you just kind of get lost in it, and like you forget how cold you are because you're like in the moment, you know. I'm standing there, and we're waiting, you know, they're getting the camera ready and whatever, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I see Nathaniel like walk by, and I'm like, oh, it's Nathaniel. He's right there, like. He was probably like 6 feet away from me. Like he just like walks through the crowd. He's like, oh, excuse me. And he like gets in position, and he gets kind of close to Dad on the right. And then I see Judas and Thomas walk by like right in front of me. Like pretty much every single disciple, I could have reached out and touched them. They were right there. I was like, dude, they're all coming. They're right here, like in the flesh, like. And they're all like, you know, dressed up in their outfit. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so cool. And then Thaddeus and little James walk up right next to me. They come in the crowd, like, oh, excuse me. And they come in, and he's right there. And like Thaddeus makes eye contact with me. And he's like, hey guys, how's it going? And I'm like, great, like awesome. And he's like, oh, you guys look great. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, it was so cool. Like, oh my goodness. So amazing. He was so sweet. Like all of them were really kind, but especially Thaddeus. There was one point I was basically like brushing up against Thaddeus. So I'm like, it's so cool. So I kept catching Dad's eye like across the way, and I was like, what? This is like incomprehensible video, but I hope you're enjoying it. I don't know like where to start because like so much happened. Like I wrote everything down, so if I see anything else because I wrote it down on my phone, so I can't look at it while I film. But if I think of anything else, if I see any more stuff that I forgot, I will put it down below and tell y'all. But yeah, I just know that it was like the best. So I just feel so spoiled. Like God is always blessing me and like doing things like this where like I'll kind of expect like something. I'm like, okay, like we're gonna do this. I'm excited, cool. And then he like gives me all these bonuses and I'm like, whoa, like this is so cool. Like, thank you. Like, I can't thank him enough. Like, one thing that just really impacted me is I felt like I saw the remnant there. And I'm like, all these people love Jesus. All these people love the chosen. And we're all a family. And like we made several new friends. We got the numbers of people. There's a couple people I'm gonna send my books to. Like every other vacation I've ever had pales in comparison to this. Like this was such an experience. Thank you so much for your prayers. I was so happy. Like we didn't lose anything. We had so much fun. We didn't get sick. My dad kept getting picked to do stuff. Like I think because like my dad's Mexican, so he has a darker color, so he looks more Hebrew, and his outfit looked awesome. He let his beard grow out, so he looked like Moses, you know. They asked him to get props, like because they would ask certain people, "Here, take some props." They asked him to be crossing in this general area, so he was with like 4 other people. And they were like, okay, you guys can be walking back and forth here. It's just like more in front of the camera. He got picked to do another scene. And so I was in the background. I was walking around and he was right over here doing another special scene. And I was like, oh my goodness. And then like I could hear what they were saying. And then he told me about it. I was like, dude, like that scene is awesome. Like so excited for y'all to see it. I'm sorry I can't talk about it. But you'll see it. We'll see it in season 5. So it's episode 1 of season 5, scene 10, and then 11 and 12. So we did scene 10 on Monday, and then on Tuesday we did 11 and 12. So it was really cool. But yeah, I like kind of talked to Thaddeus, so that was great. And then he and Nathaniel came out to our tent, and they were taking pictures and selfies with everybody. And there's like 600 extras, and they were seeing everybody. And then when we left, Dallas was in line and he waited there by the tent, and everybody took a picture, took a selfie with him. And he was just so sweet. He was so gentle and patient, such a good guy, so humble. You know, one of the actors would like mess up their line, and he's like, it's okay, try it again. And he would read the line that they were supposed to say, and then he would like come up and he would like whisper to them, like, you know, Simon Peter, I need you to come up a little quicker, come up forward on that. He's like, okay. Like he like came up to my side. He was like, you know, making the rounds and stuff. But then while we were filming that scene, he comes up and he like looks me in the eyes and to my little group. And so it's like 6 of us in this little section. And he's like, okay guys, he's like, so when that happens, I need y'all to look up and you're gonna look a little confused. And I'm like, okay. He like looked me in the eyes a couple times and I'm like, okay. So like I got like directed by Dallas Jenkins, like so cool. It was also nice because he not only took a selfie with people, he like would talk to them for a second, like thank you so much for coming. Like he wasn't just like, okay, selfie, bye. Like they're just like super personable, super sweet, patient, very appreciative, so appreciative. My dad was like, Dallas, I've seen like every Jesus movie that anyone has ever made, and none of them have been able to capture the spirit that you have. Like the spirit is really working with you and in you. And he's like, oh wow, thank you so much. Like that means a lot. And then I just hugged him and he hugged me back. And I was like, best show ever. He was like, oh, thank you so much. So it was great. So yeah, let me show y'all my shirt. So it says History Makers, The Chosen, Season 5. It was cool because you get to see like behind the scenes of how a real movie is made. And we would, do the scene, and then they would do different angles, and they're like, camera moves, and we're like, camera moves, yay, or like, we're moving on, like, that was a good take, and let's move the camera. So they would move the camera, and it like took some time. They would like do all this stuff and have the big black or white like squares where they would like block off, the other stuff or whatever. And then we would see like bloopers, like real life bloopers. And so like it's like really like intense moment, and Jesus is about to talk, and then he says his first line and you just hear they had like real animals on set. They had like some sheep and goats and cows, and he's like stays in character, and he's like, are we going to keep the sheep, or what are we doing? And Dallas is like, once we do the close-ups on you, we're gonna move the animals out, we'll just try to ignore it. And he's like, oh, okay. That was funny. And then like Z messed up at one point, and we all kind of started laughing. Like, it's just funny. Like, it's just cool to be a part of that and like act with them. Like, what? Another cool thing that happened was so Simon Peter, he in his bag, he always carries a camera because he has made books where he's like a photographer. He like walked down the steps, and then he got his camera out, and he took a picture of like all of us. And so I like kind of leaned my head out and smiled. I'm like, he's far away, but like, I don't know, maybe he got me. I couldn't help myself. I was like, geez. And then he comes up the stairs, and he pulls his camera out again, and he like focused it at me, like at our little group. And so I smiled. I was like, geez. And he took a picture, and he smiled, and then he put away his camera. I'm like, I think Simon Peter took a picture of me. Like, what if I'm in his next book? Like, that was so cool. I'm like, that was so sweet. Like, what a neat experience. Like, the first day we filmed like all day. It was really neat. The sets look so cool. The ground is like kind of uneven, and everything just looks like stone, and like it just looks so legit. So back then, everybody looked so good, like all dressed like first century people from all over the world. So from Spain, some people were from California, Canada, Australia, England, like all over. We had some really good faith talks, really good conversations with people. Everybody was just like one big family. Nobody was rude. Like, it was just so nice. And they say like, oh, feel free to bring a book or a game or something to keep yourself occupied, because usually we don't film constantly. Like, we'll take the extras for a little bit, film a couple hours, then you're done for a bit, blah, blah, blah. So Tuesday, we did kind of sit around and wait more. Monday was like constant filming, which was awesome. Yeah, like I was like, no, there's no time to play a game, or, I mean, I guess we could with each other, but it's like, we're here to like visit with our brothers and sisters, So yeah, we just sit around and like look at the sets and take pictures and talk to people and talk to my dad and smile. And like, yeah, that was my face pretty much all day. I was just so happy. They called the green team when Nathaniel was walking around, and so they all had to leave. They're like, oh, we gotta go. And so they all left. I'm blue. And so me and my dad are just sitting there alone at our table that was full like 30 seconds ago. And I'm like, I don't know if Nathaniel will come over here, but like, we'll see, whatever. So I'm like playing on my phone, not really paying attention. And Dad's like, oh, and he like points, and I look up, and Nathaniel's like right there. And I'm like, oh, hi. And he's like, hey, And so he like kind of leans down, and Dad took our picture, and then he was like, oh, nice to meet you. And I was like, thank you. I was like, God bless you. And then he goes over to Dad, and he's like, oh, where are y'all from? And we're like, oh, Texas. And then he's like, do you want a selfie too? And Dad's like, oh, yeah, sure. So they took a selfie. And then he's like, okay, thanks, guys. Nice to meet you. Like, he's just so sweet and so gentle, like, so soft-spoken, like, and he did that with like every person. They would take selfies with some people, and then like take like table group shots. And yeah, and I've been working all day, filming all day, like so dedicated, and every moment was just fun and relaxing. It was great. They were like so organized there. Like they kept passing out water, who needs a water, and like kept passing out sunscreen. They would just like pump it in your hands, tissues, because like it was really cold on Mondays. Like our noses kept running. What else were they passing out? Oh, they gave everybody electrolytes to help us like stay hydrated and like energized. I was very impressed. Like, it was just such a well organized event. I think that's everything. I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Thank you for listening to me ramble and rave about everything in Goshen. Yeah. But yeah, just very thankful to the Lord. It was just the time of my life, experience of my life. So hope you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Thank you for praying, and yeah, I love y'all.